It's Jade from shutupandrockon.com, and we are sitting here with Robert Mason and Jerry Dixon from Warrant. How are you guys doing?
Good, good.
Nice to see you.
Oh, okay.
What time is it?
Checking mark number one.
Let's
Yeah.
get up close to the microphone.
So you guys are playing M3. You guys have played here before, right?
A few times, yes.
I think this is the
Fourth?
fourth
I think so.
time. Yeah, yeah.
And how do you like playing these festivals? They're so much different than the shows.
They're awesome. It's nice to see, power in numbers. You put all the bands. Kind of like if you do it, they will come.
Yeah.
It's kind of
Makes you-
testament to the fact that if you put, like he said, this many, bands together and this many people, fun will be had.
Yeah, because I saw you guys at Rock the Arena in Toledo, like in March, and I saw you guys. I see you guys everywhere. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah. But people really like you. And like some people are like, oh, he's not, not you. But well, you've been in the band the whole time. But people,
I'm the shiny new penny.
Yeah.
I
see?
really love him.
there's the trust there. But because some people are like, he's not Janie Lane, but you don't try to be Janie Lane, and that's the thing.
I've said the whole story.
alert.
I've said the whole
Yeah.
story too many times in interview, Jade. Honestly,
know.
but like, look, I know I say it all the time, but it's really, I was a fan first.
Always.
We all knew each other. All of us knew each other, and I do my best to faithfully pay tribute to the legacy of the songs and what fans remember from their youth. But we have new records that come out, and
Yeah.
we go and play live shows. And you're right, I sing like me. I don't know.
And it's not like you guys don't play the new stuff. You do play the new songs. You play songs off Rockaholic, and people like it. People have responded really well to it.
I'm blown away by that
Uh-huh.
because that you never know whether people will give new like a new music a shot.
Yeah, completely.
And technology cuts both ways. The world has changed a lot, but I love it.
Yeah,
So
I think that's the coolest thing is that we're not just sitting around,
Yeah.
resting on what we did in the past. We're still, creating music and putting out new stuff and still, making Warren evolve with Robert involved
Yeah.
with us, So I think, if you do something long enough, people finally be like, God damn, they're not going away.
Yeah,
All right,
we
all
have
right.
to like them.
I
They're
can
not leaving.
I concede.
And I admire you guys for still
virus.
making music. And I do admire you guys for still making music because, like you said, music right now, especially in the genre, more so than anything, doesn't do as well as it used to. But there are people like you who still continue, we don't give a fuck, we're creative, we're going to keep going.
Well, it's not the flavor of the moment or whatever it is. Here today, gone in a few minutes later today. Now,
Yeah.
people's attention spans are so short in the pop music genre anyway. But there are people that, like I said, live through it the first time and have lived a lot of life like we have, and then they change, we change, you grow up. There's a part of you that's always that 13, 14-year-old kid that did, started doing this.
Yeah.
But, none of us are the same people we are, so we have a lot of life experiences, and you write about what you know. Or if you don't know anything, you make up shit.
Do you agree?
Which is what I do.
Well said.
Which is what I do half the time. I live vicariously through other people's, turmoil sometimes.
Yeah.
You find what you want to write about, or what, you tap into the thing that turned you on when you were 11. Jumping up on your bed, listening to Kiss. I don't know.
Me. And what was it like coming into Warrant, trying to, progress the band? Were you nervous?
Nervous is the wrong word. I don't mean that in a glib way at all, but like I said, we were all friends, and I saw them
How did you guys
as.
meet?
We met.
I met Lane like
Back in the day.
'91 when I was
Yeah.
making the Lynch Mob record
Oh, yeah.
in Los Angeles. So our friendship was part of the reason that Lynch Mob came out and supported Warrant on Doggy Dog Tour '92.
Yeah.
So when we bumped into each other at Rocklahoma years later, and they needed a guy, and I was the guy, it was pretty organic.
Yeah.
And I'm in a good position.
Yeah, it really wasn't forced that we didn't go. We
cattle
didn't try out
thing.
singers.
Like we're looking for a
No,
singer
we
for
just
Warrant.
it's like we're all big boys. We're like, Robert, come out, let's jam for an hour and see how it feels. And it felt great.
And I wrote a big check, and everything was good. No, I'm
Hey,
kidding.
you got
I'm kidding.
lost?
I'm
Cut me
kidding.
this huge check and I joined the band.
No, and it just from
You
that,
get a car. You get a car. You get a car.
It just felt totally perfect. It just felt right. It wasn't forced. It wasn't, it wasn't something like we have to go try out all these singers and find the perfect.
And he just meshed well with the band.
He just sang the shit out of it. I think I saw Red at rehearsal. I was like, God damn, like that, Sounded like better than
Well, thank
the
you.
regular Warren. I'm like, Jesus, all right, we're good,
Yeah. And Rockaholic is the first record with you on it, right?
Correct.
And how was writing that record?
It was cool. Early on in the band, Jerry and I think we had a talk, and he's like, "Hey, you write songs?" I'm like, "Yeah." What do you got? You know, we kind of like, show me yours and I'll show you mine. And we kind of banged ideas out slowly but surely, demo studio style, for a couple of years. And then when it came time, Frontiers, you know, showed interest and came up with the money, and we were like, okay, cool, let's do a record. So we really did take our time with it. I kind of got the band to use, to spend all of our money and use Keith Olsen.
Oh yeah.
Who's a legendary guy, but I've worked with Keith a lot.
Completely empty the funds.
Yeah, and like
He gladly
like-
took it. He was like, okay.
yeah, you know, you want to drive a Ferrari, you don't go to the Ford dealership. You go,
Yeah.
you know, you go find one.
big guys.
And we had a lot of fun making that record, I think. But it was a first record with the band, so I think there was a little bit of probably, who's this guy? Why are they even doing this kind of thing? But I'm hoping fans embraced that to the degree that they did. The Louder, Harder record, I mean,
Yeah.
we played the title track last night
Did you?
in Portland, and just like
Portland.
I had Portland, Maine.
Yeah.
Not Portland, Oregon.
I know. They don't rock there.
I don't like them as much.
I'll
say
the
it.
other stoner city.
The other stoner city, yeah, with great restaurants. So, but Portland went absolutely, I mean, I was shocked, went absolutely
Yeah.
just flat out nuts for that song last night. First time hearing it ever.
What song did you play?
It's Louder, Harder, Faster. It's the title track of the new
Are we,
record.
we're playing
'Cause you have
that
3
tonight,
singles
right?
out.
We'll do that
right?
tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Frontiers kind of released a few kind of static album art videos.
Yeah.
And the first video comes out May 5th for Louder, Harder for the title
The
track.
first official video?
Yeah, that's
Proper
that's
video.
the single, I guess you would
Okay.
call it.
Yeah.
The other ones are just teasers to get.
Build it up.
But if
build
I
it
can get
up,
these
yeah.
M3 people to participate and sing along, I don't know.
I think you might be able to.
I'll
They're
do what I can.
pretty big crowd tonight.
I
Great
can be
guys.
quite persuasive when I want to be.
Yeah. And so, like, looking at Rockaholic and the new record, how do they differ?
This one, well, I think the Rockaholic record is a little more produced and slick. This one's a little more warm and vintagey sound, and then it's got some. It's a little more. I don't know. I'm using weird adjectives. Vibey.
Okay.
It's.
It's a lot more loose. It's not so perfect where it,
We left some
We didn't-
fun mistakes
Yeah.
in, like we
Okay.
did.
Yeah, it
I
was
don't. I
like-
hate when the life is strangled out of
Yeah, it's,
recordings
like,
with
so
Pro Tools and
cookie cutter and
yeah,
fix this
it
and
was like
fix
I
that
can do it
and-
better. No,
No,
you're done.
leave
You're
it.
done. Leave
Like,
it.
That's what rock's about.
I'll
too,
take
you know,
good
the little
vibe.
mistakes and all.
Yeah.
I'll take good vibe over quote unquote someone else's version of perfection any day.
Yeah. Now, explain to me your conjunction with PBR, because I didn't even know what that was before you guys
I'm
started.
going to hand this one over to Jerry for a
Pro
second.
Bowlers Association.
Yeah.
No. The Pro Bowl Riding Association. They kind of adopted us into their family, and we're their party band.
Oh, yeah.
And we could do all the events. We play inside the arenas, and they did a video with an old Merle Haggard song called "I Think I'll Stay Here and Drink." And yeah, it's odd because you would think that would all be country music at their
Yeah.
events, but it's not.
'Cause I was thinking, like, how out of all the bands, Warrant? They choose.
I know.
Warrant.
Yeah, we just hit it off with them. With the CEO, became was always a Warrant fan. We did a show, and he saw us kind of by mistake, and then he booked us for their finals, and we met him and just really hit it off. And he's like, I got this crazy idea to bring a band in and kind of integrate it into the bull riding to the show.
Yeah, so like.
And
what
I
they
was like,
do,
oh my God.
Like people like ride the bulls and then you sing. Like what?
House band for that gig at the Tacoma Dome like last weekend. It was cool. You know, it was kind of like, okay, play the intro
play
to
like a normal set?
play the intro to Dusty's, and then play the tension part, and then when the bull comes out of chute with the rider, you know, you go full blown into the song. He gets knocked off, you let it settle back down.
It's almost like a rock
So
show.
it's
That
like
like
completely
yeah, like
integrated.
they
It's like a
Yeah.
full blown performance.
Yeah.
We had a stage on the opposite side of the arena from
Yeah.
the chutes, so they'd come out, we could see them, and vice versa.
Yeah.
So it was gnarly.
They do like pyro, and they introduce all the riders. So we're playing like Dusty's Revenge, one of our songs, underneath the whole intro, and pyro's going off, and yeah, and then people in the crowd, yeah, instead of them just playing,
Expect that, right?
yeah, instead of them playing house music underneath all that, they're like, oh look, there's Warrant. You know, that's fucking cool. Yeah.
So instead of a DJ guy with a laptop, you got
Yeah,
five
the one
sweaty
guy
rock
with
guys.
two records.
Right, exactly.
And this is a question for you specifically. You guys had a lot of music videos, well, like 89 to 93, 94.
Yeah.
Why was Cherry Pie the one that everyone fucking liked? Why do you think everyone clung to that video?
You know what? I know. We don't even know how
Super.
that-
It's a simple, super hooky song, and it became the title track. And you know, this is, I don't mean to sound insulting at all, but that's what's pushed out to the public.
Yeah.
That's what they're beaten over the head with thousands upon thousands of times with the support of record company, MTV, and everything else at the time, and that's what becomes part of your legacy. And I mean, and it's a hooky song.
It is. But like the first record was so good, and it's like, how did that record blow up? I wasn't obviously around in the '80s. I'm 18, but I like.
That's right. Your
Yeah.
grandfathered in.
Yeah.
Cherry Pie was actually just a big giant
What year was that? 90?
accident, mistake. It was well, it was
song was an afterthought,
it was re-recorded after the record was done. The record was going to be called Uncle Tom's Cabin. That was like our song we played on the Motley tour. That was our direction. It was heavy, and the label, I asked Janie. They're like, we want like a We Will Rock You. We need one more song, and we all like, kicked the dirt and went, what are you fucking
That
kidding?
record has so many other really cool songs. And like I said, I was a fan first, and I saw Blood, Sweat, and Beers tour. I remember coming out in Phoenix when I was first in Lynch Mob. They dragged me up on stage. I'm like, these songs are awesome.
So we went back in a day, and just everyone was pissed and just laid it down, and we're like, what the
And then Cherry Pie. happened.
yeah, and then next thing you know, everything is a cherry pie, and people are at shows, doing cherry pie eating contests, throwing up, drinking beer, cherry pie, throw up, drink beer. That was our day. Every day,
America.
every radio station.
It's finest.
Yeah, so it was just, kind of dumb luck, I call it. It was a weird thing, and coupled with a cool video, and it worked. You never know what works, so you just go with it.
And so, what's next for you guys? Your album comes out when?
It's a video May 5th, album May 12th, and we are just going out and pounding the pavement.
Are you guys like touring or just playing like shows here and there?
It's our modern version of touring. Touring doesn't involve getting a bus anymore for us. It's all like commercial flights. So you're home a couple of days a week and you go out a few days a week. You you get home, unpack, laundry, repack, fly.
That fun stuff, yeah?
Yeah, it's cool. It's a good way to do it.
Get along with the TSA guys really well. Yeah, I love those guys.
Okay, well, that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much for.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Jade. Thank you, guys.